Hello everyone. Tonight I'm going to review the movie The Batman. It stars Robert Pattinson and the name of the director I don't know who the fuck he is, but this version of the Batman is the most closest to the in real life version of Batman that we ever got. This is a Batman movie where like this could happen in real life. There could be a person like who's like dressed up in a Batman costume and going around like shooting and like shooting people, like murdering people. Okay, I wouldn't say murdering people, but like harming people and saving innocent lives. The way that this Robert Pattinson Batman is doing, and the main villain of this movie is the Riddler. Uh, so it's like so and Commissioner Gordon, the cast has been kind of like modified so that like the Commissioner Gordon character is placed by an African American dude, which I didn't see either as like an improvement or a disimprovement. It's like wow, Michael, yeah, wow, he's like you now have Commissioner Gordon, who's now like African American dude, which I didn't see previously, and Catwoman Selena Kyle, the actor lady, she's also minority, and like she plays the role really well. So it's good to see like a lot of minority characters in these roles, and uh, the highlight of this movie is the character Penguin. The Penguin is played by this famous guy whose like name I can't like Colin Feller or like Colin whatever that Irish guy's name is. So it's like he did. There was so much like effort put into creating a makeup, creating a like a different version of the Penguin and whatnot. So it's like this person he put his like soul into like portraying the Penguin in a good light, and HBO is planning to release the series called the Penguin. So um, this movie is kind of like a prelude to that. So in this movie, the Riddler goes around murdering people, and in each murder site, he leaves a kind of like a riddle to kind of like solve, to kind of like a riddle for Batman to solve, so that like he knows like where the next victim is. So little by little, the Riddler kind of like goes around like murdering all these people, and finally like he just find out the Riddler stayed in an orphanage, and he really hates Bruce Wayne because Bruce Wayne is rich, and the Riddler is kind of like stayed in this orphanage where like the kids would like die out of like some infection. They would get cold and they would have to like rats would bite their like legs and whatnot, and the Wayne family wasn't like a angelic family as well. Like Mrs. Wayne, like Martha Wayne, was kind of like an evil, who was a psychiatric person who kind of like the Batman movie kind of like which was not portrayed, and she was admitted into Arkham Asylum. But like the gist of this movie is like the Joker is like not the Joker, the Riddler kind of like going around like doing all this to kind of like plunge Gotham of all the evil people who kind of like ruined the Riddler's childhood, and finally like in trying to solve destroy all this kind of like in trying to like beat the Riddler, like Robert Pattinson finally figured out that like the people who are like doing all these bad things, they are just had the same upbringing as him, the same motivation, and there's no different from him taking vengeance than like the Riddler taking vengeance. The only difference is going around like murdering people and whatnot. So it's like I'm really sorry, I'm just like I'm having a very bad day, but what I'm trying to say is like, so like Robin Pattinson has this realization that like the bad guys aren't like so much different from him. So and I really like this movie because of like the amount of realism. Like Robert Pattinson is this like rich goth kid who kind of like lurks in the shadows and whatnot. So it kind of like portrays like a aura of like mystery and whatnot. And it's kind of like you have the Falcon as well in this movie, and he plays like a crucial role. So it's like a very interesting movie where like you have so many good elements and bad elements, and they're really as close to real life characters as it be, meaning like there could actually be a Batman sequel, like a person in real life like based out of like all the characters like that is on the movie. And the Batmobile is the most realistic Batmobile. It kind of like looks like a Mustang with a kind of like rocket propellant or like a rocket engine in the back, kind of like fixed out something like a DIY Batman. So rather than it being this being in real life kind of like Batman. This is the most closest to a DIY Batman that we're going to get. That's the gist of the movie. Please watch the movie, buy it on Blu-ray. Thank you.